Let me go ahead and start my YouTube stream up. So anyway, we're here today on this very fine night. You know what I'm saying? Late night with Sen. What's good, yo? You know what I'm saying? It is the night of the village hidden in that loud, bro. Actually, every night is a night of the village hidden in that loud because we just be there. But let's go ahead and get into this TwiXer, Twitter, X, TwiXer. You get it? You with me? Bet. So let's go ahead and get to this TwiXer reacts. You know what I'm saying? Before the acid kicks in. But so you guys remember when we talked about Zoe Spencer, right? You know, because she was pissed that she didn't get into Streamer University. You know, Kai mentioned why she didn't get in. Shit, I mentioned why she didn't get in after I saw, you know, Soul Illuminati talking about why she probably didn't get in because she'd be acting weird and shit. You know what I'm saying? She'd be just humiliating niggas and even trying to humiliate other women on stream. You know what I'm saying? Like just biting niggas for no reason, farting in their presence, and then getting in arguments with other women. She's trying it was like she was trying to be this personality that is known for like just being rude and getting in trouble. It's honestly, when you look at it like that, it's like no wonder Kai didn't want her in Streamer University. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Zoe Spencer, apparently, she was left speechless after Zeddy Will started playing a diss track of Soul Illuminati cooking her. So I didn't know Soul Illuminati like made a diss track cooking Zoe Spencer. Let me show you. Check this shit out. I didn't see this shit. I didn't see this. I didn't hear the song. I didn't see this clip or nothing like that. But I should probably go and listen to that song. You know what I'm saying? That shit might be fire. I don't know. I've never heard Soul Illuminati rap. I didn't know he'd made music. I mean, yeah, that's how behind I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true weeb when it comes to this shit. You feel me? I'm a true weeb. Like my shit's. I either go to work, come home. I came home and played games and streamed and watched anime. That was it. Like I wasn't looking at what other people were doing. But I figured, you know what I'm saying, if I'm gonna actually start being successful as a streamer, I should probably branch out my content, you know what I'm saying, and do some shit. But check this shit out. Hold up, fam. I got you. You know I got you.
Coming across clips of this Zoe, I call her Zoe Plant, the dick eater.
Bro, look at her face. Look at the changes on her face. And like, what would you do, right? What would you do if you was chilling with somebody and they started playing a diss track of you? What would you do? Especially if you're a woman, or well, especially if in that diss track they're calling you a dick eater. Like low key, this guy right here on the right, he should be careful about putting his junk in Zoe's mouth because she always be biting niggas. And that's why Soul Illuminati calls her a dick eater. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here we go.
Start coming across clips of this Zoe, I call her Zoe Plant, the dick eater.
Look at her face, bro. Like she looks at him like you. She looks like him. She looked at him like, you serious? She looked at him. You serious right now? Is she rolling up? I think she's rolling up. But anyway, I'm surprised she's still there. But anyway.
Start coming across clips of this Zoe, I call her Zoe Plant, the dick eater.
It's true and slow now. I can sample that. Let me see, how would I rap on that though? It's like a fast type beat, but yes, eat the Wild House. Better eat it, roast. Eat it, better eat roast. Eat it.
Well, yo, low key, when she gave this look, I was looking at the clip, the screen, the same way. Like every nigga think they can rap now. Like legit, every nigga thinks they can rap now. Like what was this? Like what was he saying?
Eat the Wild House. You better eat it. Better eat roast. Eat it. Better eat roast. Eat. Clear. What? It's your food.
Start over.
Is he on something? I don't know. I don't know who Zeddy is or whatever. Yeah, Zeddy's the name that apparently this person is. But I don't know. I don't know who they are, but I don't know the personality like that. But that shit was kind of like, especially when the nigga said he like I can sample this shit. I was like, oh shit, you rap? And then he started giving us this digger. You better eat the shit. You better eat it. Maybe he can't rap, but somebody said he could rap, and somebody said he should rap, or somebody said that since he's a streamer he should rap. I don't know, bro. But apparently every nigga thinks they can rap now. You might be thinking like, hey, where's your shit? I'm not every nigga. Also, I know I can rap. Also, I just haven't made anything yet, but I ain't gonna lie, I've been thinking about it. After I do that, then you can tell me whether or not I can rap. But let's move on to the next bit. Because this next bit, we got a couple of clips, a couple of things to check out. Because when it comes to Duke Dennis, his baby mamas, his alleged baby mamas are like speaking on him. You feel me? Here, let me show you. Multiple women have come forward claiming that Duke Dennis got them pregnant and deserted them and their children. Social media influencer Darcy claims he's a deadbeat and doesn't understand why. So far, Duke is accused of having 6 children. I don't know, because other people were saying he had like 9 children. I don't know, bro. Like, honestly, I don't know that much about Duke as well. But I do know that like some niggas just be like baby farming. You feel me? But at the same time, with the new kind of like bill that Trump just passed, and like that's just not as profitable. Just having kids is just not as profitable, and living off the government it's just not as it's about to be less profitable than it was. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Does Duke have 6 kids? Does Duke allegedly have 6 kids or 9 kids? Let's see what this chick wants to say about it.
What the hell?
Hold up. That says Darcy comes out about her son with Duke Dennis. Now, to play devil's advocate, does Duke actually have a kid with? Does Duke actually have like a bunch of kids? Now, I know apparently, a lot of women find him attractive, right? Okay, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? No hate about that. But I don't give a shit what goes on in the bedroom when he's clocking in. You know what I'm saying? That's not my business. But if women are saying that he's got kids with them, I mean, you shouldn't believe them right away, but you should take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the whole believe all women movement happened, but as it happened, a lot of women took advantage of that and they made false claims, which made it hard to believe women who are making real claims. So are all of these women, 6 or 9 of them, whatever, saying that Duke got them pregnant? It seems like they are saying that, but are they telling the truth? I don't know. probably not all of them, but maybe all of them, right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Let's check it out.
What the hell? What the hell?
Darcy comes out about her son with Duke Dennis. I don't know why this music is still playing.
Duke Dennis, okay, boom.
Ooh, that's loud. Is that loud for you too? Yeah, that was loud for you too. I see the the OBS. Let me turn that down a bit.
I had a crush on him. Boom, boom, boom. Things.
That's loud. I still can't hear.
Stuff.
I still don't know what she's saying.
Boom, boom, boom. I got pregnant. He didn't want to be involved. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't care at all. He didn't want to be involved. Boom, boom, boom. I got pregnant. He didn't want to be involved. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't care at all. Okay, like, so I had to make a decision as a grown-ass woman. Put my bigger. How many kids do I have? I have one son, and his name is Dallas, and he's 2, and he's just my perfect angel. Somebody said, why are you still single, and how is co-parenting going so far? A lot of y'all don't know my situation, but like my child's father is not involved at all. Certain things floating online with me, and then start things speaking on it, NDA signed or stuff like that.
Also, like when it like women, y'all are the ones that gatekeep sex. Okay? Men gatekeep relationships. If you don't want to have sex with a nigga, just say no. Now, obviously, I understand that, you know, grape can happen. Since I'm streaming on YouTube, I have to say that word. I can't say the actual word. I know grape can happen, but it's not like, that's also why y'all have the ability to terminate. Well, I guess in most states, you know what I'm saying? But y'all also choose the dudes that y'all be getting with. Y'all choose the dudes you want to like lay in between with y'all. So y'all need to like vet niggas out more before you just let anybody lay in you. You know what I'm saying? If Duke is actually having a bunch of kids with women and actually, you know, going around being like, you know, oh, you have a kid? Well, I'm gonna desert you. You know what I'm saying? Deserting his baby mamas and deserting his kids. Then y'all need to do that research to learn about that and vet that shit. Or at least figure out what type of dude he is. Or at least like watch him. You know what I'm saying? And figure out for yourself. Instead of just immediately like going off his influence and off his aura and shit like that. Come on now. Oh.
Like that, and it's like in no way, shape, or form is that the case in my life. Like, I'm not gonna spend my time like
you can do what you do. You can do what you do. No hate to the women that have participated in this. No hate to Duke Dennis. You can do what you do, but you have to be aware of the consequences. You have to be aware of the consequences of your actions. You have to be prepared for what may or may not happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say that Duke is actually, you know what I'm saying, just having a bunch of kids and then just like deserting these women and deserting these kids. Okay. That's his actions. At the same time, the government gave women so much power in dealing with situations like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
tracking no man down, trying to force them to be a father, trying to go to the internet to force them to step up, or like all of that. Like, literally, it just is what it is. For there to be people out here to have kids and that's not their like top priority, or they don't morally, like, I don't know, I just really just be like, my mind be fried about like people like that existed, you know. But ooh, you got me. I love my baby, so
this is his baby. What? Is you trying to be messy again?
She might have taught her kid to say Duke a bunch of times. I don't know. But I'm just saying that's a possibility. I'm not saying that that's not what happened. I'm saying it's a possibility. But it's also kind of crazy. I don't believe in coincidences, so I'm not gonna say it's a coincidence, but it's interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Not is y'all still hunching. What you think? No more babies. I do want another kid. I do.
I thought you just said no more babies. Like, what the fuck?
But no more babies right now.
Oh, not right now.
For me and my baby daddy ever rekindle and have more kids, me and him don't need no more kids. We don't see no more kids, but me and him have like a really great relationship. Like, yeah, we have a really great relationship.
Okay, the last girl, I mean, one of them was just calling him a deadbeat, right? Or at least that's what it said.
It took a long time to get there because we had like so much stuff happen. Like, we just been through a lot, but then
Okay. Like, I don't really know what's going on with that. Like, apparently Duke fucks. That's all I know. Like, the nigga gets pussy. That's what it looks like. Now, I don't know if he's actually having a bunch of kids and just abandoning like the baby mamas and the kids, or who. Honestly, I don't care what goes on in another man's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. But if you're having kids, you should at least like own up to it some type of way, right? Take care of them or something, right? Or there is the other option: get before it's born. You know what I'm saying? Make magic trick disappear. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what state you're in. But I don't know, man. At the same time, Genghis Khan, like, how many kids does he have? He was just going through war, trying to conquer the world and just, laying babies across the continent and shit. But for some reason, that's not socially acceptable in this day and age. I don't really care. But the same, like, if you're gonna do something like that, you gotta at least take some type of responsibility. Like, you could trust the moms to take care of the kid, but at the same time, in this day and age, that kid might grow up to be weak as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to say women can't, raise boy kids or boy children. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is women can be with a child, a male child, until it grows into an adult, right? But they can't turn a boy into a man because they have no experience of being a man. You feel me? And they don't actually know what that boy needs in order to become a man. But anyway, enough of me rambling about bullshit. Here is a clip of another one of Duke's alleged baby mamas talking shit about Duke. This says, Duke Dennis alleged ex, Nick, claims he refused to pay for her, magic trick. We'll say that. So she handled it herself. Then she doubled down with a warning. If you want a baby, sleep with him. Him being Duke Dennis.
And honestly, since I'm talking, Duke, frick you. Now I'm on you now. I was going to spare you. I'm not sparing you no more. So that little video that was posted on YouTube, bowling video, yeah, you're a weirdo. It was hella clips, and now I'm gonna dog you. Or I was pregnant in December, y'all, and the only thing that went home was that baby. He didn't give me a single dollar. Cool, great, I got it. I ain't tripping about it. But
if you didn't notice, when she said the only thing that went home was that baby, she was pointing up, like it went up, it went to home, like heaven, home. Magic trick, you know what I'm saying? Magic trick. Once it's there and it's not.
it was yours. And told me to keep my baby. And I promise you, after this, I wish you would get on here and tell me that you didn't tell me to keep my baby. But told me to keep my baby, would not pay for it. And every time I text him for something else, instant response. But when I'd ask you for that money, or when I bring up the abortion, no response. You're a weirdo. You have like a breeding kink. You have so many babies and baby mothers that you don't take care of. You're a deadbeat. But that's the one.
Is that a thing? Like, can dudes actually, or anybody, can anybody actually have a breeding kink? Hold on, wait. Even more of a question. If the people that do have a breeding kink, is that a trait that they got from their dad, Genghis Khan? Or not their dad, like, immediate dad, but great, blah, 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 dad. You know what I'm saying? Do people that have, if breeding kink is a thing, do people that have breeding kinks, do they get that from their great whatever dad, Genghis Khan? Because I think there's some, I know there's like some guesstimate about how many people alive might be ancestors of Genghis Khan. Let me see. Genghis Khan's ancestors belong to the blah, blah, blah. Are 1 in 200 people descended from Genghis Khan? That's what I was talking about. Here, you can't see that shit. Hold on. I got you, fam. That's what I was looking for. Are 1 in 200 people descended from Genghis Khan? And if those 1 in 200 people are descended from Genghis Khan, do they have a breeding kink? If a breeding kink is actually a thing. Like, that can be kind of very interesting if every single person that has that's can be traced back to being related to Genghis Khan, if they all have a breeding kink. That would be weird, right? You got your daddy's genes. Let's see. How many people are descended from Genghis Khan? The history of this factoid goes back nearly 20 years. Damn.
But while it's a pretty tempting origin myth if you've Irish blood in you, we should point out that the conclusion is not without controversy, and that one of the researchers behind the study said that he was as surprised at finding evidence that Nile existed as he would have been to learn that King Arthur had been real. None of these mega patriarchs come close to Genghis Khan's output though. At least we don't think so. Because of course there's one problem with saying that 16 million people are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. We don't actually have any DNA from the Khan himself. Thank you for watching IFL Science.
Well, I don't know. It's a possibility that's barely unlikely. Does that make sense? It's a possibility that's barely unlikely. But anyway, let's get back to this shit.
To pick, y'all. That's the one to pick, because he just be nutting in anything, clearly. Let me just answer the couple.
Did you just call yourself anything? You called yourself in anything. Because you're saying that he nutted in you, but you also just said he just be nutting in anything. You called yourself like in anything. I mean, you could have phrased it like, he just be nutting in all these goddesses. But if you want to call yourself an anything, by all means.
Couple screenshots, y'all. This is when I first told him. Okay, great. So I send the abortion thing, and he gonna say, at this point, we just need to stop freaking with each other. Because I don't want to have your kid. Okay. I said, I was gonna stop messing with you anyways. Like, it's no point, y'all.
Wait. Rewind that 1 second.
I said, I was gonna stop messing with you anyways. Like, it's no point, y'all. So I send the abortion thing, and he gonna say, at this point, we just need to stop freaking with each other. Because I don't want to have your kid. Okay. I said I was gonna stop messing with you anyways. Like, it's no point, y'all. I promise you, it's no point. It's no point. It's no point.
She's mad, bro. She is mad. Now, I don't know if she posted this before or after. You know what I'm saying? Other women started talking about it, but it all started happening at once, right? She might have been the patient zero, the one who started it. But she's mad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She's pissed, and obviously, I'm sure some parts of her story are exaggerated, but I'm more sure that a lot of her story is probably just true. I'm sure it's probably just true. But anyway, I'm sure some of it's exaggerated, and I'm sure some of it's straight facts. But I just wish I knew which part for which.
Don't piss me off. Please don't piss me off. Please don't piss me off. Whatever, you got it. Send my flight. Send me the money. Anyways, then he just started trolling y'all. Like, he did not want to give me the money for this. Like, I don't get it. Like, you literally just freaking had me crisscross a freaking pretzel and nutted to me, but now you don't want to send me the money. I'm just so
Wait.
confused. Was never sent. Kept on, I'll just bring it to you in person. I'll bring it to you in person. What the frick? You don't got Apple Pay, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal? I got it all. Said I'm not being the nice baby mama. It's crazy. Nothing. I gave him 4 days. Let's see. I didn't even respond. I'm waiting. I say you're joking. I don't know what you got going on. Like, talking about I've been working. You don't do that much. You don't. I know you don't.
Damn, bro. Women will shit talk the man that they've been with so fucking hard. But here's the thing. You know what women also talk, what they love to boast about? Women's intuition. Saying that they thanks to their intuition, you know, they can tell who things, they can tell certain things. They know everything. But you don't know that the man you're going to spread your legs open for, whether or not they're good or trash. Because once you stop dealing with them, you just turn around and start talking shit about them. But what happened to that woman's intuition that you're supposed to have? Because you chose him. You remember, women are the ones that gatekeep sex. You chose him to be the one to let him penetrate you. Right? If this nigga ain't shit, then why did you let him do that? What happened to your women's intuition? So now that you're not fucking with him, now you want to talk shit about him. I mean, I ain't do your thing. I'm not mad at you. Do your thing. But like, I'm just trying to say, it doesn't make sense. At least not to me. Do your thing.
When I went to my procedure, y'all, I sent it. Nothing. I said, yeah, you're a weirdo. Time I didn't see it, I'll send it to you. Still to this day, not $1. All right. And then after he begged, like, and apologized to me when we seen each other out randomly, and then he just being weird and messy. And then this is when he invited me.
Let's see, him being, oh wait, that's right. I should have read this shit for y'all. Apparently him being weird and messy is, he says, you in a relationship like that fast? She says, oh please, it's content. You should know that. He says, I'm fucking with you. She said, fuck you. He said, fuck yeah. What you doing today? Nothing. What's up? What's gonna tell you? I was gonna tell you to come bowling tonight, but it's gone.
To the bowling alley, y'all. So.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know. Frick you. Oh yeah, and then I said this. It was clipped up.
Hella weirdo. Let's see. I Right now they're talking about the bowling event that they had that I don't know, he went bowling. She went out. I guess she did go out there, and she said that shit was weird. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah, someone he hasn't watched it. And I said, clear it up, but he didn't. So this is me clearing it up.
I don't know. I watched the bowling stream. I didn't really find anything weird. You know what I'm saying? I saw Duke flirting with a lot of women. That's all I saw. But I don't know.
Up, y'all. That clip pissed me off.
I guess I missed something.
Yeah, he be lying. He got like 80,000 kids and he don't take care of them. He don't even see them. He's a deadbeat. Ah.
Huh. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about this. Does Duke have a bunch of kids? Because that seems to be the sentiment. Like that seems to be the agreement that everybody's saying that Duke has like at least 6 to 9 kids. But if he does, that's his business. I'm sure he's taking care of that shit in the background. If he's not, if he is actually being a deadbeat, come on, really? Like, you got the money to do it. Like, what the fuck? Don't have a kid if you can't take responsibility. But I don't know. But I also think it could just be like people wanting to talk shit about other people just for clout. But I don't know. It could be real. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But what else I want to talk about is Shay Frost calls out DDG and Dub, saying that they are fake friends after they caught them laughing and pointing at his mama being with Duke Dennis. Bro, Duke really be out here with moms? Bro, the allegations are not. You're not standing against the allegations. You be out here with everybody's mom and your own kids' moms. Okay, all right. Here, let's play the clip.
I've never. These niggas are not my friends. Alright? Now these niggas is not my friends because why would you ever do that shit? My nigga Dub, I don't know what the fuck he looking at. He's looking at me and he's looking at Duke at the same time. One of them eyes is going off. I've never seen Diddy this happy ever in his fucking life, and I done been through a lot with this nigga.
You said Diddy?
Just like these are not real friends. We was supposed to jump this nigga at that moment. We was supposed to jump this nigga, and he over here happy, smiling.
Damn, do you think that's true? Were they actually supposed to jump him? Do you think it's true, or is he just saying that just to like try to cause turmoil within that group after what they did to him?
And shit. Like, what the fuck is, and what is you pointing at? I don't know if Dub's pointing at what the right eye is seeing or he's pointing at what the left eye is seeing.
Damn.
This shit is embarrassing. Like, this shit was embarrassing as fuck. I've never seen Diddy. I've never seen all 38 veneers ever in my life of knowing Diddy. I've never seen all 55 of his veneers at once. You know what I'm saying? That shit, these niggas are not my friends.
God damn. I don't know, man. When it comes to friends, what I can say is that you keep your circle tight for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You keep your circle small for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can't assume everybody is your friend just because they're friendly to you. You can listen to them. You can chill with them. You can befriend them. But you ain't have to be friends with them. Feel me? Because you will never know someone completely. It's one of the 48 laws of power. I think it's like law number 2, I think. I don't know. But never fully trust your friends or loved ones. And learn how to use your enemies. But even Robert Greene was telling niggas, hey, don't trust your friends, bro. Don't fully trust them. You can trust them. Yeah, sure. But 100% trust, you can't put that in anybody but yourself, because you will never 100% know that other person. You can have gone through events with them. You can have done shit with them. You know what I'm saying? But god damn. But you will never truly know someone. You can have an idea of them. You can have a picture of them, and you're painted in your mind. It could be the most perfect picture of a person that you could have. You could be best friends with them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You will never fully truly know their mind. And so you should never fully trust anybody. Feel me? But hey, if you want to play that part, if you want to be the dummy, go ahead. Trust everything anybody ever tells you.
Right? Now these niggas is
I already finished watching that. But damn, that sucks, bro. Speaking of friends, didn't Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross used to be friends? Like, I don't know. I don't know their whole history, but it doesn't seem like they talk like they used to before, I guess. I don't know, but it's like especially ever since Aiden went to kick. But you saw I was getting ready to play. Like, I don't know if he's trying to start drama or he just like got caught in his friend starting drama. But shit got awkward with Your Rage and Aiden when they mentioned Kai Cenat. Here you go. Let me show you.
Your shit,
Wait,
bro.
why don't you and Kai stream anymore together?
What?
Like, I'm saying like you, Kai, and Bruce.
I feel like Rage wants to wants to knock the shit out of Aiden right now. I feel like he really, like, in my opinion, he really wants to knock the shit out of Aiden right now, bro. Like, look at this nigga's face. He just wants to, you know what I'm saying? He's leaned back, but he's also cocked back. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's not just leaned back. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could swing right now if I wanted to. You got these cameras here, so you're lucky I don't. Look at this nigga's face. He's like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? I could swing right now, my guy. I could. You lucky you got these cameras here. Maybe that's not what he's thinking. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but that's that look, in my opinion.
Are you going to the university? Are you going to the university?
Let me know.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, gang?
If you want to go to that case, he's the professor.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He signed up and shit.
This guy low key saved it just a little bit.
Am I weird?
As fuck.
I guess not.
Your shit,
Wait,
bro.
why don't you and Kai stream anymore together?
Now, I think it's, Aiden's kind of being messy, bro. I think he just wants to start some drama. But at the same time, I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that, Kai had a successful streamers university. You know what I'm saying? And Aiden is probably trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to be a big streamer. Oh, he is a big streamer too. So maybe he thought it was a good idea to do his own type of streaming university. You know what I'm saying? Give streamers an opportunity to learn from another perspective, another point of view. You know what I'm saying? Bring all of that together for an event. Because apparently Aiden started he actually wanted to start a streamers university. Yeah. Aiden Ross and Kick are officially launching their own streamer university for all up and coming streamers. I don't know. This is by this is by Kick Champ. I don't know if it says they're official, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a clip of it, but there you go. Maybe that's why he mentioned Kai. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But wait, is that steak? Oh, never mind. I wonder if anything having to do with steak is going to be in. Well, of course. Never mind. Steak's gonna be all up in that bitch, like advertisement wise. But Streamer University, Aiden Ross, from his perspective with his shit, who would he bring? Well, here you go. Jake Paul, Drake, Logan Paul, and who's this guy again? Top G or whatever? I don't know. Whatever his name is, Andrew Tate. There you go. It's that guy. Well, I mean, there's a schedule. This is by the same channel, Kick Champ. It's verified. Gold, you know what I'm saying? So, what's this? IRL streaming class, iShow speed, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Okay. Music production, Drake and T Grizzle. I wonder if this is actually official or this is just like made up. Like, come on. I mean, it's apparently it's official though. All right, bro. But it's kind of like, let me know how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? How you really feel about that? Would it be cool to like just have another streaming university from someone else's perspective? Like someone took your idea. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it would have been better if Aiden had reached out to Kai and been like, "Hey, let's get together on this streaming university shit for next year. Next, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it like, maybe we can do it like this, or maybe we can do it next month like this together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of go like that. It is his shit. Or, I mean, you could do it yourself. Sure. Do your thing. But Kai Cenat recently also announced that he has full legal ownership of Streamer University and is working on owning the rights to the entire concept and the idea. So again, maybe that's why Aiden made that comment about Kai earlier. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I mean, that might be why, right? Anyway. I mean, not next year, like next month. You know what I'm saying? By the way, what's up, MC? How you doing, bro? Here's this clip of Kai saying that he has full rights, legal ownership of Streamer University.
Streaming University, the idea.
Hold up. So is this gonna stop Aiden from doing his thing? Because low key, a Streamer University from two different perspectives would be cool. But I think they should work together on it. You know what I'm saying? Or just let him do it. Just let him. You know what I'm saying? Probably don't want Aiden jumping in. I mean, Aiden's already trying to force his own way in. But at the same time, like, I mean, it's from a different perspective, so I would respect it. See if you can learn from both types of people, but like I feel like they should work together on it. I don't know, man. I don't really care. I care, obviously, but like
was so big that I had to take legal action into owning the idea, owning the name, and making it mine. Cause it was influencing a lot of people to just redo it. But we had to secure it, and we gotta make this shit special. Streaming University have full ownership.
to make it rainbow.
Have full ownership. What got even crazier?
Oh, that is Aiden's brand, right? That's how he came up.
They're dimming down now. My people is dimming down now on owning the idea.
He'll play those jokes
of Streaming University. For example, the idea of it is being owned. So, like, the idea of gathering a bunch of students, the idea of having people on the campus and having them learn, like, we're actually cracking down to the legitimacy of getting it. For example, Deshae called me yesterday talking about I'm about to start a streamer community college type shit. I personally know Deshae.
Okay, but let's think about this. You know how the concept of college is a thing to begin with, but not just like the concept of college, but like there's multiple colleges that have the same main function. Like there's colleges that solely focus, or universities or whatever, that solely focus on, I don't know, art. And then there's some universities that solely focus on like science, math, things like that. And then you have streaming university. So streaming university is just a concept of a university, but like you can have art, science, math, which would be like, you know, Kai's own genre. I don't know how you would I don't know how you would categorize Kai's, you know, own brand, Kai's streaming university. I don't know how you would make that its own brand, or, you know, make that its own like style. And then you'd have the style from Aiden's streaming university, and you would have the style from this other person's university. So just like science, math, art universities, you have Kai, Aiden, whatever this other person. You know what I'm saying? So I think like let him do it, but just make sure that he has to make sure that he does it the most to make it his own thing, his own, you know, to make it as separate as it can be. Let him focus on one other thing instead of just doing the same things that Kai does. Like his subjects, his teachers, doing all that shit.
But Deshae. I want to.
Oh, I didn't know that was the end of that shit. So here is Kai Cenat announces he's creating Total Drama Island. So not only does he do Streamers University, but he's going to go ahead with another concept. This one's kind of a copy of a concept, just kind of like how he low key. He did Streaming University was a copied concept of like Harry Potter. Like the theme was copied from Harry Potter. So Aiden copying Kai's theme is, I'm not gonna lie, like I just think learning from other people's perspectives is a good thing. That's all. But yeah, Kai's doing Total Drama Island. Here's that clip.
One thing that I will confirm that I will be doing
Hogwarts,
in the
yeah.
future,
Hold on, you can't hear that shit.
is a Total Drama Island vibe for streamers. Now, we don't know when this is that I can confirm that. You feel me?
Yeah.
People also talk about summer camp.
I don't know what the fuck Total Drama Island is. So I don't really give a shit. But we're gonna look into it. Hold up. Like I know it's a cartoon from Cartoon Network, so I know a little bit about it. But like I don't know like the actual lore. I don't really give a fuck. Let's find out together. Total Drama Island lore. Holy shit. There's like 40-minute videos, 2-hour long videos. Like, bro, what? This shit actually has like deep lore? Alright, bro, whatever. I don't know. Here's that.
We're listen. I'm not confirming.
Is it? Is that good?
But a lot of things are being talked about, and I'm seeing it. But one of my things that I've been wanting to do, if you guys got the clip from a long ass time ago, Total Drama Island, nigga, is one of my favorite TV shows. Cartoon. If you don't know what it is, that's cool. But that is something I would want to do. Now listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna burst out bubbles right now.
It's like a mix of Fear Faction and Wipeout. I know what Fear Factor is, but Wipeout, I guess it's something that has to do with surfing. Huh. But yeah, I guess he's moving on. Well, hopefully, just like he's learning to do with Streamers University, hopefully he actually like claims the rights to this idea, makes it his own before he goes through with actually completing the idea. He's already told the public about it, so he's got to be close to actually completing the idea and putting it into works. So I hope he's already, captioned, like, put legal rights to that shit. Like, he should have learned to do that already. But what I also wanted to talk about, when it comes to like cigarettes fuck my brother up. You know what I'm saying? So when I see somebody online supporting someone else giving up cigarettes, then I like to show that shit. And here's a clip of
my appetite's gonna be.
Here's a clip of FaZe Banks supporting, or not FaZe. Wait, hold up. FaZe Banks is supporting FaZe Adept and quitting his nicotine addiction. Check this out.
Be all messed up. I'm gonna be irritated easily. My appetite's gonna be all messed up. I'm gonna be irritated easily.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? FaZe Clan here.
Okay.
I think he wanted to smack the shit out of him. I think he wanted to punch the shit out of him.
It's kind of terrifying. I'm trying my best not to really think about it too much.
The best way I could describe quitting nicotine is feeling free. When you're healthy, you have 1,000 wishes, but when you're sick, you only have one.
That's a good quote. But real quick, like a nicotine addiction is, I don't know, it's like so acceptable. You feel me? Especially since it used to be like pushed to kids, right? Back in the day, it used to be pushed to them. Get a patch. I mean, you could tell them to do that, but like some of them are so, I'm guessing some of them are so addicted that they can't just get a patch because it doesn't curb the cravings as much. You know what I'm saying? But that just means, in my opinion, they're not trying to actually quit then.
And watching someone's health deteriorate, and it's unfortunate that I had to learn that lesson and see that, up close with someone that I care about so much and it meant so much to me. But it's like, those things snowball really quick. I love the fact that you're doing this. Like I said, I think it's important to document this shit. I can't believe how like little this shit is talked about nowadays. You know, people kind of rose up and fought really hard against like traditional smoking.
Yeah, you're right, like
smoking.
the 70s.
And then these vapes kind of came out the cut and pilled everybody.
You're right, because yeah, back in the 70s it was like just a hardcore drug that everybody's trying to be cool with. I mean, it was pushed to them so hard too, though. Shit. It still is being pushed in movies. You know what I'm saying? In media, it's being glorified.
You'd think that there'd be a lot more of a fuss around that shit, especially nowadays, like 2024. People bitch about just about everything. Yeah, Alex, you got this. Like I said.
The man said, yeah, you think there would be a much more bigger uproar about this because, especially now in 2024, you know, people bitch about everything. But they're not bitching about this? What's going on? There should be more of an uproar. That's funny.
I can already tell, just by the way you're talking in your mind, I'm glad we made that bet. The stars aligned. Not only did I get to whoop Nate Shot's ass in front of all the homies, but it kind of kick-started this whole thing with you and Terry and me introducing you and you just taking that leap. Anybody watching this shit, do yourself a favor and quit. Like, honestly, like, I felt like I was handicapped for the last 8 years, too, because I just always had this shit in a hand. So if you think about it, I really only had access to one hand at any given moment. And now look at me. Here. Alex, good luck. I love you.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hope they do their best. Smoke weed instead. That's all I say. It's not as addicting. Well, it's not addicting, and you can trade it for an addiction. Get it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. Let me look what I'm supposed to talk about. So, I talked about this before. Yesterday, I mentioned that studs are more likely to make, you know what I'm saying, better girlfriends for dudes. You know what I'm saying? If they was actually straight. Here's a clip. A stud switched let me show you. A stud switched it up. All right, my tongue still works. A stud switched it up and started trying to get at her homie.
What the? That's Kiyomi. What's good? Yeah. What? But yeah, you always got some crazy jokes. Crazy. What's good? You looking good? No, she about to hit the gym.
Bro, been waiting for that shit. Hell yeah. He was like, what's my fucking time, bro?
I'm trying to go in the house and smoke.
Oh, you about to smoke? Oh, shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying.
To smoke with me?
Yeah, we can smoke, but shoot, I gotta tell you something.
What's up?
I was at the gym and I got in a fight.
You got in a fight?
Yeah, they tried to jump me. Some corny dudes. But you know, I knocked one of them out, and then the other one. Yeah, the other one.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, she got birthing hips, bro. She looked like she got birthing hips, bro. Like, damn.
You real strong. Yeah. Like, I see that.
You got that waist.
Yeah, and yeah, and I was trying to call you, but your phone didn't answer. It was late too.
I didn't answer?
Yeah, I don't know what you was doing.
You call me, you know I always answer for you.
Yeah.
Late calls and all, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you twin. Yeah, gang,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, come here.
What?
What's that, yo? What you got going on?
Yeah. You know, sometimes I gotta.
Okay.
Razzle-dazzle, you know
All right. Just want to make sure you still, you know, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, look at this picture in the top left. That's what she used to look like. So what the fuck?
You see me? I tried to
bro, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
What the? That's crazy, Kia. Like, yeah, Kia, what's going on? Wait, like, where you get that from? Like, that's a.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you acted different. You don't
bro, what the fuck? Exactly, take them both anyway.
Can you just take this off? Yo!
What? You know?
You got your hair done?
Yes, I had to go somewhere.
Nigga.
You Yo,
Why you acting like you never seen me before?
come on, Kim.
Nigga.
You never get your hair done. You usually wear them braids that everybody like.
Okay, so I tried something different.
Yo,
You like it? You think it's cute?
acting different. Wait, do a
Bro,
360.
you see that shit?
Kill me.
Bro, you see that shit? You gotta be like, yo, you see that shit in person? You're like, ain't no reason for you to be randomly switching it up on me. Like, if this is like, if this wasn't something that just was a build up and then happened. Like, if this was like the next day she showed up like this, nah, bro, I'd be like, who the fuck? Who are you? What the fuck is this? Again, the top left compared to this, hey, that's a transformation, bro. One night, hell nah, bro. What the fuck?
You don't never wear them shorts.
What you mean? I had to wear these shorts today.
You usually wear baggy shorts. And
if that happened in one
like,
night.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel more comfortable. They like hug my body.
Okay.
They kind of like the body armor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that makes sense.
They fit
Okay.
my body like a glove, though, don't they?
Yeah, nah, they cool.
They going. You know what I'm saying? Like.
You like, I ain't know it was like that. It's because you always covered up. You feel me? So,
I feel you.
like you.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, what you trying to say? Like, covered girls can't be like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, you usually cover.
You feeling it? You feeling me?
Come on, you sis, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm gang.
yeah.
But like, if I wasn't gang, would you like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't look at you like that. But I ain't gonna. I mean, nah, yo,
What do they want?
Bro, yo, he said, I don't look at you like that. And then she stood like that. He said, Nigga, yes, you do. Nigga, we all looking at her like that. What you talking about?
Talking about, we tripping right now. We tripping.
Shit.
So, just hypothetically speaking. If I wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, Kit Kat?
Would you like holler at me?
You know what? Let's just go smoke. Yeah,
All right, let's go
yeah. Let's just forget all that.
You see what I'm
That's crazy. Yeah, you look nice though. So like, yeah, you might want to pull up your pants because that is like it's out there.
Oh, I thought I was sagging.
Bro, that shit crazy, man. But bruh, let's say you had like a friend that was like your best friend, and then she went from that and the next day showed up like that. Come on, man. You gotta be like, hold up. Who the fuck are you? What the fuck is this? I'd be concerned, bro. I don't know. Oh shit, hold up. What was this video about? Oh. Okay. Yeah, no. Let me show this. So bro did everything in his power to hold himself back. Like, I know YouTube doesn't like violence, so hopefully YouTube doesn't see this. Makes sense? Anyway, let's get it. God damn.
Y'all niggas is funny as a bitch. Oh my gosh. YouTube, what's happening?
Yo, she's chasing him down, bro. Like this dude is actively running away from her. And then he stops and then she continues to go after him. Like
Get her, bro. You better get the fuck.
this guy tried. I ain't gonna lie. At least it seems like he's trying to hold back, bro. I hope he did. Like, don't put your hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't deserve that. But she also needs to like get her hands off of you. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of fucked up. But damn, bro. That shit was crazy. I don't know, man. Some people, they always seem to have a point to prove, right? Sometimes that point that they want to prove is that you know, money means nothing. I mean, sure, that's cool. If you want to believe that money means nothing, that's cool. But you don't have to like destroy it. Let me show you.
Burn, but trust me, it could have changed somebody's life. What up, y'all? It's the King. Y'all tapped into the Book of Wayne. I took 40 bands out the bank yesterday, and I'm about to burn this shit. So I'm doing this shit for me. Fuck everybody else. People probably gonna call me crazy. People gonna be looking at me like, oh, I'm sure it's gonna be all types of shit said about this video, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this to show like this shit don't matter. You're a cornball, you're gonna be a cornball when you get money. It don't make you decent. It don't make you decent. It don't make you thorough. It don't make you cut above the rest. I've experienced those type of people in my life as well. It's not, there go the flame. I really ain't want to tell y'all how much money I burned, but trust me, it could have changed somebody's life. And I'm just saying that to say it ain't about it ain't about that shit.
I'm not gonna tell y'all how much money I just burned, but trust me, it could have changed somebody's life. And instead of changing somebody's life, you burn it. To prove what point? To prove what point? You could have helped somebody else. And instead you just burn it. To prove what point?
That shit gonna come and go, especially now. I'm in a space now where I already know that money is everywhere for me.
Okay, you're generating money. You're living in abundance. Good. That's good for you. Nigga. Bless other people. If you're living in abundance, help others to live in abundance. Since money is flowing through you, don't be a stopper. Let it flow. Let that shit flow. What are you talking about? Nigga. I don't know, man. But let me know what y'all think about this. Like, does it, even if money doesn't matter, right? I get that the, what it stands for doesn't matter. Like, what it is use doesn't, well, doesn't matter. But like, it is a tool, a resource that is what people use in order to live their lives. So it does matter, right? You can't say it doesn't matter. I mean, what its ties to you might not matter, but its ties to society matters, right? I don't know, bro. You can't just do that shit. I get what you're trying to say. I get you're trying to say that, you know, it's whatever to you. You can generate it at will. That's cool. Why not? What if other people are trying to generate it through to them through you? Like, what if you were meant to give that to someone else and change that person's life? Why not just do that? Anyway, this last thing I wanted to show y'all. AI is getting crazy, bro. This is a clip of if AI was or cameras, if the biblical times were to happen now, if the biblical times were to happen in modern day, history is about to repeat reality. And no, marinate on that. Marinate on that. Trust me. History is getting ready to repeat reality.
Yo, fam, they don't know that G-O-D is about to BRB. These Philistines thought they could flex on me. Big mistake. I just took some pre-workout and finna bring the house down.
What's good, fam? Your boy David here, about to yeet this little stone at Goliath and see what happens.
Okay, so I told y'all to trust the process, but no, y'all wanted to stay in Egypt stacking bricks.
Yo, it's Shadrach. This random dude just showed up. It's getting lit in here.
I got the horses in the back. Horse tack is attached. Hat is matte black. Got the boots that's black to match.
Day 2 in the tomb. No Wi-Fi, no snacks. Just kind of waiting for God to respawn me.
My nigga's like, hey yo, just day 2 in the tomb. We get just waiting to be respawned. Get over here. What you doing? Just waiting to be respawned. Chilling. Check it out. I got a nice little, corner over here. That's where I take my naps.
You know I'm a daddy's boy. He's got me in this Technicolor drip. Brother's so jelly right now. They're looking a little sus.
I'm supposed to say that God got me pregnant? Yeah, there's no way my parents are buying this story.
Bro, what
I would like to formally apologize to God, the sailors, and this whale. Sorry, dude. I just took a poop over there.
King Kevin that. I don't know, man. What boundaries will AI have in the future? Because, yeah, they were talking about biblical times, but what if somebody had a video that was talking about another religion's practices that religion found that to be kept secret, that should have been kept secret, and then you know what I'm saying, like, what boundaries will AI have? Too late now. But anyway, that's all I have to offer you for TwiXer today. What the fuck, bro? What? Anyway, yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna go do some reactions. Peace. I'm gonna be here live, but yep. Bruh, there's too much shit going on Twitter. There's too much shit. But hey, everybody loves drama, so you gotta tune into it. Might as well make a profit from it or do something with it. Talk about it. Everybody else is. Anyway. I saw this thumbnail. Let's see if I can find it for you. I can't find the thumbnail. I can find the thumbnail. Hold on. I saw this thumbnail and I wondered, do I know this anime? Here, let me show you. I saw this thumbnail and I was wondering if I knew this anime. This thumbnail right here on the left. Oh, hold up, different way. There you go. I'm pretty sure I've seen this anime in a commercial. So this thumbnail is telling me that people are saying that a rom-com between a guy and a girl in a wheelchair is a fantasy, is a fetish. What if it's just a rom-com about love? Like, you can't have just stories about love anymore. It's gotta be some type of like fetish or degenerate shit, and that's gotta be like the main consensus on the shit. That's gotta be like the main. Come on, man. Know what I'm saying? The fuck. But here, let's check that out.
Men, what do they want? Money, status, fast, expensive cars? What is the
Let me move it. Let me fix this first. There we go.
Ultimate male fantasy. Is it fame, fortune, 3 hot chicks at once? Haha, hell yeah, brother. No, according to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple. This is literally just a fetish. I fucking hate men so much.
Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit. I mean, that's a little much, don't you think? Don't you think? It's a romance comedy between a guy and a girl in a wheelchair. There's been a romance comedy between a guy and a deaf girl, right? I forgot what that one was. But like, bro, what the hell? We can't have anything, bro.
Men are why we can't have nice things. As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter.
This is by the YouTube channel Show On Ahead. Links will be in the description below.
Where I saw this post. A montage from the anime Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about a college student who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love. Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women, were absolutely f***ing disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? Seems pretty creepy and predatory, right? Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many—
In my opinion, this is what body positivity should have been about. I think obese people hijacked body positivity for themselves, and this is what body positivity should have been about.
Many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men?
Why is all of this? Why are all of these questions even a question? Like, what the fuck? It's like you're trying to dissect someone. Like, holy shit.
Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. You ever just
I love it when YouTubers that are gonna do an advertising do a good advertising, but I love it when they even better do a great segue into the advertising. That was a good segue. I like that one.
accept that some products are just garbage? Like, for years I thought ripping your tights on the first wear was just a part of being a human woman. We just accepted that. That's just how it is, sweetie. But that shouldn't be how it is. It's a bad design. And that's why I like Henson Shaving. Because if you've ever used a multi-blade razor, you're probably sick of the irritation, the razor burn, the overpriced blades, and you probably think that's just the way it is.
I honestly didn't see this going a shaving commercial way. I thought this was gonna be something else.
But it doesn't have to be how it is. Thanks to Henson Shaving. Henson Shaving is on a mission to improve shaving, with no gimmicky subscriptions.
I'm gonna skip it. Sorry. There's you holding the product and there's you showing the product. So, you know, I didn't skip all of it. You're good.
Big thanks to Henson Razor for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. You didn't skip the ad, right? Now let's get back to the video. Now, I am not an anime connoisseur. In fact, I basically know nothing about anime. I am probably the most
Okay, that's fair.
tourist of all the tourists. Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot? I watched
Yes.
Pokemon and Sailor
Depending on-
Moon when I was
depending on
a
what
kid,
show.
and a few years ago I watched Beastars on
Depending on what show, yes.
Netflix. Legoshi, best boy. Not a furry, by the way. And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. But because of this clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it.
I think you should count VTubers. It's an animated character most of the time, right?
thought it was a really cute, good story. I only cried a little bit.
But you can't call it anime.
And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way? Why were thousands of people angry at this post? Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control. Oh no. They think, oh god, why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted.
What the Are we really at the age where being needed is perverted? Probably not even the reason.
Where are these fan fictions coming from? There were like hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy. And she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong, she like straight up calls him her servant, but she was also very depressed. She basically never left
Fuck that shit. Nigga, why are you still there again? Why are you still there? Hell nah, bro.
her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media. But they actually
What the hell is a girl failure?
show her disability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least like the Hallmark kind, where it's like the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead, he's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams. And in return, he learns to live life in a completely different way. And I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good. Is anime good? Have I been...
She really asked that question? She really asked that question? Damn, bro, you mean this whole time she didn't know? This whole how long has she been on this earth and she didn't know that?
sleeping on anime this entire time? His fantasy is that she becomes... Have I been sleeping on anime this entire time?
This entire time. Welcome to anime.
His fantasy is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right.
Bro, what the fuck?
After watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context, where the fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is these people can't see any.
That is a problem. Is it like a reflection of themselves, like the reflection of their shit they've been through themselves, or is it just a reflection of what society has taught them?
Any humanity in men. They can't see any humanity in humanity in general. Average male fantasy equals girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women.
Holy shit. Yo, just because you fall in love with someone else and they happen to be a certain way doesn't mean that they're trying to take advantage of them. Holy shit. There can't just be love anymore, bro.
Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it. Not to be that guy.
It's becoming illegal.
The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a little, dare I say, ableist. The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird. Average men can't even be nice.
That's very weird. But also at the same time, that's what the fuck.
People in wheelchairs cannot find love and say ableist. The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird.
Yeah, that's
Average
fucked
men
up.
can't even be.
That's fucked up. Okay, now let's play devil's advocate. Are there probably men out there that are fantasizing it like that? Probably. But is it right to assume that every man is doing that just because there's a show about it or something like that? Or just because, like, it's in this anime? Nah.
Nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle disabled person as their lover? Whoa. Normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just so ableist, chat. Can you believe it? Chat? I don't even live stream. Who's chat? I'm disabled, blind, so I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier.
The influence is spreading. Everybody's saying chat to a non-existent chat. Well, I mean, everybody's already like talking to a camera, so you might as well pretend the audience is chat. That's the agreed upon name for you guys, I guess.
So what if I have to drive you places or help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway.
Does that mean at some point everybody is chat? At some point, everybody in the world is just chat. So if you're gonna survive in this world, don't listen to chat. Listen to yourself.
Anyway, disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry you had to find out this way. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people. No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled. Yo.
He corrects her. He's like, no, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy. That's where, like, if we're telling you the thing, stop telling us that we're not telling you the thing. Stop telling us what the thing is. If you're asking it from us, we know what the thing is. We're telling you the thing. Don't tell us what the thing is. We know the thing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? We know the thing.
It's effort.
Good, my guy.
To make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled. Your meds, schizo. You don't even know that f***ing guy. What do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people Are you okay? The majority of men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA 6 to come out.
We're all waiting for GTA 6 to come out. Let's be real. We're all waiting for GTA 6 to come out. I mean, there's no getting past that.
That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all rape, but okay. Barging into the romance section of Barnes & Noble like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from? So close, this is fetish content. Ah yes, the dirtiest, most taboo of...
Again. Two people just can't fall in love anymore, bro. Like, at what point does it get that nobody is allowed to fall in love without somebody criticizing it?
All
Can't have pure love anymore.
A happy relationship. Honestly, in 2025, that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But this is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO. You think it's a perverted fantasy because... How do I put this nicely? You are a pervert. Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and female character having fun together, being in love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist! This is a fetish! Are these people...
There can't be people alive like that, bro. There can't be people who are alive that, like, just... It's gotta be... Like, where does that come from? Like, it's gotta be a reason behind it. Like, everybody... I don't know, man. They just be... It's like word of mouth type of shit. And they just listen to one person, and they hear a random rumor that somebody made up for whatever reason, and they'll make that shit into reality. In their minds. Damn. That sucks.
People okay? Stop watching porn. Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire. Or whatever the fuck you read. I swear to God, some of the shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner blush. Or so I've been told. This is literally just a fetish. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a...
Of course, there's people out there who have that kind of, fetish. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who have the same fetish, but like from the opposite role, from the opposite perspective. But that's none of our business.
Crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years.
Doesn't mean that everybody has that shit. Doesn't mean that there can't be just a love between a certain type of person or a certain type of person and another person.
I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe. But the majority of people, probably most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male fantasy...
Tell us, ladies, what is the average male fantasy?
Is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved. But more specifically, the male fantasy...
I can fuck with that.
...is to be a protector and a provider for those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way, trust me. The average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy... big way, trust me. The average male...
Really? Really?
Fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy is that a woman who isn't fat The average male fantasy is actually job security. You know what? These guys may have a point here. Pedophile alert. Men want disabled child wives?
Where the hell did that come from? What the
Average male fantasy is a disabled child? More proof that men are pedos. That's a little girl. This is weird. So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy.
It's an anime. The kid's it's a kid too. It's a kid and another kid. Like it's a story between those two. What are you talking about? What the fuck?
Dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right.
Wait,
oh my god.
wait.
After watching the movie, these tweets are even more. It has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over like vampires. So much to ask.
Well, I forgot where we were. Oh well.
This is for you. I'm not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism.
That's weird. I don't know, bro. So people are pissed that like there's an anime love story between a girl in a wheelchair and a guy. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't get it. Why waste energy on this? Why be mad about this? Why waste energy on this? I don't understand people, bro. That shit's weird to me. It's just a movie between a whatever, bro. That's weird, bro. What was I looking for? So now I know we've been on a bunch of like SCP, like and Saitama type shit. Like we've seen a few clips of those. You know what I'm saying? But I found another one. Let me show you. Saitama versus SCP-073 Kane. Didn't we see Kane as part of like a team that Saitama fought against last time? Something like that? Or Ami Man fought against? I don't remember. This one's by the YouTube channel SCP Explain. So let's Kane. Hold on. It's not like does the story go off of like the Cain and Abel story for SCP? Let's see. Appears to be heavily canned male of Arabic and Middle Eastern deception. Yeah. So it's like a person. Anyway, let's just get to it.
Mama is dazed and bruised, laid out against the wall. Concrete and plaster are.
I'm pretty sure Cain's the one that killed Abel, right? In the biblical sense. Okay. So Cain and Abel's story, Cain did take Abel. But will he be able to take One Punch Man? Will he be able to kill Saitama? Did he have it in him?
All around him. It's the most damaged and wounded he's ever been in a fight, ever. And the strangest part is, he hasn't even been attacked. How did this happen? We need to go back a week earlier. Saitama's time as an employee of the SCP Foundation had already been extremely eventful. He battled and destroyed some of the most dangerous anomalies the Foundation had to offer, like SCP-682 and SCP-096. He helped fight off legions of enemies from everything from the Blood Pawn to the Sarkists, a
Okay.
All of which, surprise, surprise, he managed to destroy in one punch. He'd made one very persistent enemy though, SCP-076, Abel. Abel is a real warrior's warrior, a blood knight who lives to battle. Nothing thrills him more than a true battle against a genuinely challenging opponent.
They're not brothers in the story?
But the problem with Saitama is that he's so much more powerful than Abel that he only ever manages to last a single punch, which doesn't make it all that fun for Abel. Unlike most of the opponents that Saitama faces, Abel is cursed with a horrible fate. He is to resurrect inside his giant stone sarcophagus every time he dies, and he remembers every detail of all of his former lives.
Wait, so if he always remembers every detail of his former lives, I just realized you guys couldn't see that shit. Oh, let's redo that shit.
Laid out against the wall. Concrete and plaster are cracked all around him. It's the most damaged and wounded he's ever been in a fight, ever. And the strangest part is, he hasn't even been attacked. How did this happen? We need to go back a week earlier. Saitama's time as an employee of the SCP Foundation had already been extremely eventful. He battled and destroyed some of the most dangerous anomalies the Foundation had to offer, like SCP-682 and SCP-096. He helped fight off legions of enemies from everything from the Blood Pond to the Sarkists, all of which, surprise, surprise, he managed to destroy in one punch.
That's a lot of different shit the SCP has for one person, like, well, anyway.
He'd made one very persistent enemy though, SCP-076, Abel. Abel is a real warrior's warrior, a blood knight who lives to battle. Nothing thrills him more than a true battle against a genuinely challenging opponent. But the problem with Saitama is that he's so much more powerful than Abel that he only ever manages to last a single punch, which doesn't make it all that fun for Abel. Unlike most of the opponents that Saitama...
Did I really accidentally like go back to the beginning of some shit like that? What the fuck? But anyway...
frequent resurrections and escape attempts from Abel.
What the hell?
When Saitama wasn't there to help, it inevitably resulted in a large number of personnel being to be done. So Foundation psychological experts decided to do something they hadn't done to be. This has led to more frequent resurrections and escape attempts from Abel, to resurrect inside his giant stone sarcophagus every time he dies, and he remembers every detail of all of his former lives.
Now what I was saying before was, if he remembers every detail, why has he continued to do the same fucking shit over and over and over again? Why has he continued to go down the same road? That's the definition of insanity, isn't it?
Has resulted in an unprecedented buildup of rage and humiliation in Abel's twisted, ancient soul. This has led to more frequent resurrections and escape attempts from Abel. When Saitama wasn't there to help, it inevitably resulted in a large number of personnel being killed, as well as millions in damage to Foundation property. Something needed to be done. So Foundation psychological experts decided to do something they hadn't done in a long time. Ask his brother for advice on what to do. Kane is one of the more mysterious humanoid anomalies out there. A kind and gentle man of Middle Eastern descent, who by all accounts seems relatively...
But he's the first murderer, right? Cain and Abel?
Normal, aside from the fact that his limbs are all metal prosthetics and he's got a strange marking on his forehead. But that's not all. He's got a variety of anomalous effects that, despite his friendly nature, make him a potentially dangerous force if ever released into the world. One of the most important ones is that Kane's presence causes any plant matter, or its derivatives, including paper and wood, to die and decay upon contact, while he doesn't mean any harm. Releasing Kane could accidentally result in a widespread ecological disaster that would have horrifying consequences for everything on Earth. He also has another notable anomalous quality. So
what are you supposed to do with him then? If you're not allowed to even touch shit, like, what are you supposed to do with him?
We'll get to that last one later. Foundation psychologists approached Kane on his lunch break and asked him whether he'd been able to talk some sense into his estranged brother. Kane just laughed when he heard that. Clearly you're not thinking straight, he said. Abel hates me more than anyone in the world. The psychologist in question gave an uneasy tilt to the head. Actually, I think there might be someone now that he hates even more. After clearing the relevant protocols with administration, Cain was brought down into Abel's containment chamber. It only took a few hours of waiting before the next rage-fueled resurrection began. The lid opened, and the ancient warrior jumped out, a sword in each hand. Hello again, brother, Cain said. Silence.
It only took an hour. It's a couple of hours just sitting there waiting. He'll be back. He'll be back. This is his respawn point, bro. This is where he respawns. Trust me, he'll be back. Wait for it. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Bro, he called you out. You died that quickly, bro. Shit. Game over, bro. Game over. You suck.
Silence, you treacherous dog, Abel barked. I have no interest in you. My quarrel is with the fist that turned against God. That raised an eyebrow from Cain. It'd been a while since he'd encountered anyone with such a lofty moniker, reminding him of the biblical old days, when everyone had a title. He slaughters me again and again, Abel said, like some mere insect. He doesn't give me the respect I am due. Perhaps I can talk some sense into this man if you let me. Never! Saitama is mine, you wretch. Unable to contain his fury any
Bro, you're not gonna. I mean, I guess you can keep trying, bro. It's Saitama. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? You have the free will to try. I'm gonna recommend you don't. But
longer. Abel charged both swords aloft and stabbed his brother in the heart. Cain winced in pain as Abel fell dead on the floor. His body turned to ash, reforming inert in the belly of the sarcophagus again. Oh, that's Cain's other power, by the way. He's functionally immortal, capable of feeling the pain of any blows used against him, but the actual damage of the attack will be mirrored back onto his attacker. That's why when his brother Abel tried to strike him down in a fit of rage, Abel perished instead of Cain. But in death, yet again.
That's gotta suck. So you that shit on accident? You take yourself out while trying to take somebody else out, bro? That's gotta suck. Yeah, you gotta keep your anger on your check, homie.
He'd given Cain plenty to think about. Saitama, that is someone I'd be eager to talk to, he said to no one but himself. Speaking of Saitama, his sterling record of success as a Foundation agent had won him some friends in high places. Senior researchers like Dr. Clef, Dr. Gears, and Dr. Crow, who was a talking dog by the way, all lined up to thank him for the good work he'd been doing in helping them contain and neutralizing some challenging anomalies. But every thanks from the SCP Foundation.
Yes, even the talking dog showed up. You heard that, right? I'm just saying. Talking dog.
Always comes
Love
with
it.
strings attached. In this case, those strings involved consenting to a series of new cross-tests with a different set of anomalies. They hoped to test the parameters of their interactions with him and yield some interesting new data about his power in the process. He was practically becoming the Foundation's new SCP-682, except with a much better attitude.
Bro, again. If Saitama exists in this world that he has to get like contained or captured or whatever, or has to go in and work with his organization, like, don't other superheroes already exist? It's not like he was the first, right? He's just the strongest that there is right now in his world, but he wasn't the first. Whatever, bro. Cold, hold on.
The first test was between Saitama and SCP-049, the Plague Doctor. The anomalous medical man was instructed to enter the chamber and touch Saitama, a touch that for any other human would result in instant death. However, when the Plague Doctor touched the Caped Baldy, there was no effect. Well, other than Saitama feeling a little uncomfortable that this weird guy had turned up and touched him. When later questioned about the incident, SCP-049 said he was the healthiest—
Bro, I feel some type of way too. What you mean? This guy randomly walked up and touched me. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't know where he's been. Why are you touching me? I'd be pissed too. What do you mean? This random motherfucker in a plague mask walks up and touches me? Hell nah. And he got me in some weird facility? Hell nah. I'm good, bro.
A specimen that I had ever seen. Next came SCP-082, the freakish giant known as Ferdinand the Cannibal. He was instructed to go into the chamber and do his worst to Saitama. He was told the Foundation wouldn't impose any consequences on him for his actions this time. He immediately walked into the chamber and tried to bite off Saitama's head, but in the process, he just broke all of his teeth. It was like a regular person biting into a brick. After this humiliation, Ferdinand left the room, requesting immediate dental assistance. Then, of course,
they're just sending everybody at him, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why you just...
There was SCP...
Did he? I'm sure he signed waivers for this, right? Like, to just let y'all try to kill him all the time?
136, the naked doll. The inert rag doll was placed in a chair across from Saitama, and everyone in attendance waited for the anomaly to start manifesting. Soon enough, the horrifying naked figure emerged and started floating towards Saitama, grinning its terrible grin. Until Saitama evaporated it with a single punch so hard that even the doll itself exploded into stuffing. That's another anomaly they can count as neutralized. He was also asked to walk into the bladed feathers of SCP-469, the many-winged angel. For a normal human being, this would mean an agonizingly painful death, as the razor-sharp feathers shredded their bodies and burned their nerves. But about 10 seconds after walking into the wings of the monster, Saitama exploded it into a puff of feathers with a single punch. Yet another anomaly.
Bro, this is this. But they're like, all right, yeah, we got him contained. This is supposed to be like SCP versus this is Saitama versus Kane, right? Not just like Saitama showing his strength and like the SCP figuring out ways they can use him, right?
For the dead count. After that came SCP-2800, Cactus Man. This one wasn't actually a combat test. As an aspiring superhero himself, Cactus Man actually had a lot of admiration for Saitama and asked him for an autograph. They also took a selfie together, which Cactus Man was forbidden from posting anywhere for obvious reasons. With that little reprieve out of the way, they returned to another.
Remember, right now he's supposed to be the bad guy, so you can't post that shit.
Another offensive test, putting Saitama against a gaggle of SCP-3199. Humans refuted. These horrific monsters were durable, terrifying, and highly reproductive, until they ran into Saitama. As expected, it only took him one punch each to blow them all away, including the leathery eggs inside them. It was a problem.
Ugh. That's nasty, bro. Leathery eggs inside them. Ugh. Concept, the idea is popping in my head as well.
Problem whose solution had eluded the Foundation ever since they first discovered SCP-3199. But it wasn't just living SCPs they tested on Saitama. One of the more surprising tests was SCP-123, the miniature black hole.
What about it?
Despite its immense gravitational pull, Saitama was completely unmoved by its force. Much like a certain McCavity, he defied the law.
I mean, he's like, all right, this is a black hole, huh? That's a black hole. It's this thing that's just here. Okay, cool. That's fine. Anyway.
Law of gravity. He was also shown a drawing of SCP-1128, the aquatic horror, thus activating its anomalous effect and immediately putting him at risk. As part of the experiment, Foundation researchers also poured out a puddle of water on the floor and instructed Saitama to stand in it. Soon enough, as they could expect from this anomaly, he was pulled down into the puddle and disappeared. About half an hour later, Saitama crawled back out of the puddle, untouched. The puddle slowly became tinted red, hinting at the grim fate of the giant killer fish that was still floating down there in that watery pocket dimension.
Hold up. They're just low-key using him as like SCP exterminators, as an SCP exterminator. It's just like, all right, we have an SCP here, and we, it's getting out of hand. We need someone to deal with it. Send in the exterminator that doesn't know he's an exterminator.
Next was SCP-053, also known as the Young Girl. This anomaly is capable of causing violent aggression in anyone around her by mere passive exposure. But if they try to attack her while in its throes of this aggression, they'll instantly die of a heart attack right there on the spot. With Saitama, however, there didn't seem to be any psychological effect. The hero for fun just waited in the chamber with the little girl for 20 minutes before speaking out and saying, "Hey, can we call this one off, guys? This just kind of feels weird." The request was granted, though things got weird again afterwards. When the Foundation made Saitama hold SCP-734, the baby, whose skin produces a deadly substance that causes organic matter to decay. But to Saitama,
so it's like an acid baby? Oh, what?
SCP-734 was just another baby. He gave it back soon afterwards. In absolute contrast to the baby, he also faced off against the ancient baby-eating witch known as Baba Yaga, or
What's up, Kit Kat?
SCP-352. Foundation staff members had
You made me forget what I was gonna say.
long since learned to fear the deadly hallucinogenic strands of fiber that the witch used to ensnare and devour her prey. But Saitama brushed those strands away like Halloween fake cobwebs and punched her into a Slavic smear on the nearby wall. And of course, they put him up against SCP-2430, the immortal Hitler clone.
The SCP community, bro. Why is that? Why y'all have that? Why y'all have that as a thing?
In truth, they didn't expect to uncover groundbreaking insights about Saitama's abilities from this particular cross-test, but the real reason, let's just say it was less about science and more about entertainment. They thought it would be extremely funny to see One Punch Man use his superlative strength to punch out Hitler in a way Captain America never could. And they were right. It was very funny. It had been a rigorous day of testing. Not that Saitama really felt the results of that rigor. For him, it had mainly been kind of a boring day, and had kept him from a rerun of a show on TV that he felt extremely nostalgic about. And as for the data that the Foundation researchers gathered, the results were consistent with what they had before. This One Punch Man was an unspeakably strong individual, and seemingly completely immune to the anomalous effects of a wide variety of different, otherwise highly dangerous entities and objects. Just when the researchers were wondering if there was a way to put Saitama up against the Scarlet King.
Oh, the researchers did their thing. It's like, yep. Hold on, we found it. We see it right here. This gene right here. Yeah, this is the reason why he's like that.
Another man entered the testing chambers.
It makes any sense, did it?
A Middle Eastern man with metal limbs and a strange symbol on his forehead. "Hello," Kane said. "I assume you're Saitama. I've heard you're strong." "Oh, that's neat," Saitama said, not too bothered.
Bro, if someone randomly walked up, that's like, that's kind of like Goku just randomly popping up and being in front of you like, "Hey, heard you were strong." Bro, what the fuck? God damn. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say now, shit.
By it all. "Who told you?" "My brother Abel. Tall man, tattooed with a penchant for blades." Saitama's eyes widened in recognition.
Okay, Cat.
"That guy's your brother? Man, he's got absolutely no chill," he said. Kane nodded and smiled. "That I know. Now show me."
He's trying to kill her. He's trying to attack Saitama.
"How hard you can punch." Back in the observation room, the researchers were nervous and fascinated. There was no way to predict how Saitama and Kane's particular anomalous abilities would interact, and this gave rise to a kind of morbid curiosity. How exactly would this shake out? Saitama thought it was a little weird that this guy wanted to get punched without even fighting back. But who was he to deny a quadruple amputee his request? Saitama rolled his shoulders and prepared for a punch. A normal punch would probably do it for this guy. He didn't want to blow the poor fellow away too hard. Kane, for his part, was unmoved. He stood politely with a smile on his face, waiting for the punch that had apparently put his brother back into his coffin so many times. At the very least, it would be an interesting experience.
Bro, it's like, yeah, show me that punch that knocked my brother out so many times. Show me that punch. That's wild, to be honest. It's like, yeah. No. Come on. I heard you was knocking my brother out every fucking time, right? Show me that punch, bro. Come on, let me see that shit. Let me see that shit. Like, that's gotta be wild, bro, right? You like, anyway.
Saitama approached, cocked back his fist, and released a normal punch directly into Kane's chest. In that same instant, Saitama felt an impossible force applied to his own chest, like an asteroid from deep space colliding with him at several times the speed of sound. While Kane just stood there placid, Saitama was thrown into the nearby wall, shattering the concrete around him and leaving him in a pile of rubble.
Hey, yo, what the?
Was that what his own punch felt like? After a moment of hesitation, Kane coughed up some blood and exhaled. "That hurt," he said matter-of-factly. Saitama had never felt like this before. The pain throbbed through his entire body. The jangle of his nerves, the disorientation of actually being hit in a way he could feel, feeling his heart pound from the sudden rush of intense adrenaline.
So it's like he punched him. He punched the dude so hard he punched himself. Oops, is that what happened? Cat, stop. I'm just trying to stretch my legs, you jerk. Is that what he did? Anyway, he punched the dude so hard that he punched himself. He's feeling that himself. Yeah, I guess that's reflect in action. That's all I can say. It's just the reflect, just reflect, the skill, reflect in action. That's it.
And he absolutely loved it. As soon as he was physically able, Saitama stood once more, brushing dust off himself. He squared up into a fighting stance and gritted his teeth. "That's what I'm talking about," he said. "Now let's get consecutive." "All right then," Kane replied, bracing for the pain. "Let's give this a go." Saitama unleashed his consecutive normal punches move, feeling the immense force of the punches colliding with his body as they connected with Kane. It was impossible. It was wonderful. It was a feeling he'd completely forgotten. The glorious, incredible feeling of actually losing a fight. He kept on going.
So he's losing to himself? Because he's just reflecting his own attacks, right?
His own supernatural endurance being the only reason he wasn't blown to pieces by the power of his own punches. But he still felt the impossible force of it all. By the time he was satisfied, he needed to be carried out of the room on a stretcher, leaving Kane alone in the room. "Thank you for a good fight."
What the fuck?
Saitama wheezed as he was carried away to the ICU.
This man's like finally a worthy opponent. He knocks himself out pretty much, right? And he just knocks himself out and then all right. No.
Catch up on the story? Check out SCP Foundation Contain.
That's it. It's like he. So for Saitama to actually have like, I don't know, man. Also, hold on. What kind of flex is that, bro? Like Cain and Abel, like he said, "Hey yo, that punch that you be throwing that knocks my brother out every time, let me feel that shit." And then he chuckled. And then he laid your ass out. like you every time you punched him, you felt that punch going back on yourself. Like he chuckled like he didn't do shit. And you laid your all right, bro. That's kind of dope.
Law of gravity. He was also shown a
Yeah, nah. Saitama can just fight with Cain and Abel. Yeah, fight with the maker of existence before you can actually like make anything sustainable. in this world. You gotta fight with the maker of existence first, bro. And only then can you find a true fight, I guess.
SCP-1128, the aquatic horror, thus activating its anomalous effect and immediately putting him at risk. As part of the experiment, Foundation researchers also poured out a puddle of water on the floor and instructed Saitama to stand in it. Soon enough, as they could expect from this anomaly, he was pulled down into the puddle and disappeared. About half an hour later, Saitama crawled back out of the puddle, untouched. The puddle slowly became tinted red, hinting at the grim fate of the giant killer fish that was still floating down there in that watery pocket.
They just casually killed a giant fish down there, just walking by, just casually, you know.
Mentioned.
Do you see anyone?
Next was SCP-053, also known as the Young Girl. This anomaly is capable of causing violent aggression in anyone around her by mere passive exposure. But if they try to attack her while in its throes of this aggression, they'll instantly die of a heart attack right there on the spot. With Saitama, however, there didn't seem to be any psychological effect. The hero for fun just waited in the chamber with the little girl for 20 minutes before speaking out and saying, "Hey, can we call this one off, guys? This just kind of feels weird." The request was granted, though things got weird again afterwards. When the Foundation made Saitama hold SCP.
But anyway, Saitama versus Kane. I don't know, bro. Like, I guess in the end, it's just, can you take your, when you punch yourself and you knock yourself out, are you strong or are you weak? That's what that comes down to in the end. That's it. Anyway, there's another thing I wanted to check out. But before we get to that, actually, let's play some Expedition 33. But before we get to that, I'm going to get a drink. Hold on. What the fuck? Holy shit. Yes, bro. You probably shouldn't get one. Still? Seriously? What the fuck? That's weird. There we go. We're not. Let's try that again.
1,000 penises into one vagina in 12 hours is disgusting.
But the more you talk about it, the more it turns me on.
Men are pulling away from dating strong, independent women, and
bro, just cooked. Yeah, what are you doing? That's bro. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I wish I didn't have them. Sometimes. Fucker. There he is. Hmm. I feel like I feel like we missed some shit. I feel like I can't go back. I feel like it's too late to go back to that shit that we missed. I mean, the game design is nice as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Is that a mask in the sky? Or am I just high? That's a face on the left, right? Anyway. Welcome to my train station. Where do you want to go? I don't remember if we're supposed to be coming here or not. Mountains of Frozen Hearts. Alright, then take us there. It knows where to take us. Trust in the train. Trust in the conductor. Trust in the conductor, bro. He knows where to take you. He knows where your next stop. At least you hope he knows. This map is cool as fuck. I like the map. We've been through here, haven't we? Huh. No one else here? Alright. Let's fight.
A storm is coming.
I forgot they were fire. They were fire base. Shut down the other one.
Eyes don't lie. Ready to evade.
Oops. Yeah.
not impressed.
I actually thought it was. There we go. Not
time to end this. Prepare for oblivion.
A storm is coming. The eternity of ice. Keep going.
I think I'll improvise.
Are the worst ones for me. I swear. Hold up. Here we go. That's no why I did that. That's no why I did that either. That sucks. Ugh. That sucks.
Here's your card. Better.
Bro, what the? Look, this level design though. Like, holy shit. Like, can we just appreciate the art? Stretch. Gotta stretch. Just appreciate the art. It's just nice. Nice. Anyway, this way. Hello. Got so much snow in my joints. It really slowed me down.
Okay.
Is this what cold feels like? Pretty much. I guess. Let's fight. Maybe that'll warm you up.
Oh well.
Laughing at you. See? They laughing at your defeat. Am I the only one hearing that? That's my victory.
It's
Your defeat.
okay though.
I got a good kick out of a duel. I mean, it's trade a little stuff. Alright. Get it defenseless. I don't know if I need this. It's 50% defense stand. I don't even use this chick. And this one's while having one stance. I want to active in the sun charge. Let's see, counter attacks. Reply one burn. For active sun charge. I mean, this one nah. Good.
Oh, ni 속에 가위로. 엄마 위로 민보?
I kind of just want to collect it just to collect it. These I'll take.
Oh, mali, isso na gomir. Oh, mali, isso na gomir.
That's some. Oh, I just walked down here. Alright, what's up, homie? Look good, how you doing? Stop.
Well, well. Look out. Well, well. Maybe outsmart today. Let the ink flow.
Ready to strike.
Could have done more if I waited.
Let's carve a path.
You're outmatched.
And someone's dead.
Break.
Alright, that was easy. It's a big thing though, but it seemed pretty easy. This is a big ass game, bro. Like, damn. And 33 people did this? People made a world this expansive, huh? That's kind of dope. Shivers. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to be doing here? Let's see. So the next train go right up to the next one? Like, do we just keep going like this? This just the rest of the... Hey, Lumiere, my hometown. Alright, take us up there. It goes back and forth, right? So Lumiere, the Frozen Hearts, huh? Where are we supposed to be going? I have no clue where I'm supposed to go. Look at this place. That's Snake Way or something? Shit. I think I'm going the right way. I'm going the wrong way. Huh. Looks like I'm going the right way.
You're outmatched.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that one. We're just gonna ignore that. Holy shit.
Eyes don't lie. Take your shot. Ready to evade.
Whereas the ones to strike, those are the ones I have the hardest time like defending against.
No time to lose.
taker of all the shields.
Time to strike.
Incoming.
Wrong button. Here we go.
My turn.
I keep forgetting about that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Shit.